Oral communications, I have no speakers.
Then we move on to reports from the city manager, item 7.1.
Okay.
That being the Oakland A's owner, Lew Wolff, is here tonight presenting a progress report on Ballpark Village.
Okay. I have two speakers, but I think we'll hear from Mr. Wolff first. Yeah.
Well, thank you all, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, for granting my second request to have an informational meeting. We really didn't disappear, but we're trying to do the job as carefully as we can. And I thought I would update you to the degree I can on our Cisco Field activities. There's two blogs that I sort of look at every day or every other day. One of them is the Athletic Nations, and one of them is called A's New Ballpark. And that gentleman seems to know more about what we're doing than I know. But he put a note about this meeting tonight, this report, and he only got 3 comments the last time I looked at it, and one of them I thought I would read tonight. It was signed with a lot of courage, anonymous, it says. Perhaps it should be titled, meaning tonight, Baseball Village Lack of Progress Report. Seriously, should we expect some earth-shattering news from this process report? Or are we going to hear the same old fluff rhetoric? When are we going to get our damn ballpark? I wish I could tell him that there's going to be a crashing announcement tonight, so he's more right, perhaps, than my intent. But let me tell you tonight that I don't have any headline items or any major announcements to make. But I do want to make a few points and bring you up to date on a few items. As I try to make it as clear as I can, the A's want to be part of your community, and we want to earn the right to do that. We have only one client, quote, and that is you folks, your citizens, your city council, and the designated professional staff that we've been dealing with for these many weeks and months. So my feeling is our reporting is to you, and then you will tell us what direction to take in terms of any level of transparency you want. We come to you first, and we hope you will have good contacts with the county, its elected officials, its citizens, and the neighboring communities, which we've talked to in different ways in those last few months. With that preamble in mind, I'd like to just mention a few things. We commissioned an economic report, a rather rigorous one in our opinion, and it is a segment of the work we're undertaking in concert with your staff. The firm we commissioned was Economics Research Associates, who've done a great deal of these studies. They're situated, their headquarters in San Francisco, and the report is finished, and I'm pleased in a few minutes to deliver. I don't want you to read it while I'm talking, but deliver it to you tonight. The analysis we saw was not intended to become a shorthand promotional piece, which many of these are, I think, but a very serious look at what we think and what this independent consultant thinks of the value of the A's, Cisco Field, and our baseball village dream could bring to the community and to the county in a number of ways. I believe the research, the experience of the selected consultant, and the methodology applied in this particular case will stand the test of most professional judgment, and we're looking forward to the city analyzing it, anyone else who wants to analyze it, and I'm sure we'll bring out a few professors who are make careers of analyzing sports facilities. No spiral-bound report has ever built a ballpark or a building or has recreated a city. We understand that. But as a segment of all of our thinking and analysis that we're expending in support of our position, we hope that this report will be viewed as part of the fabric of what we're trying to deliver to you in terms of the ballpark and its adjacent development. I asked Steve Specker, who's the Senior Vice President of ERA, to come and just say a few words. We're not going to go through the report, but we'll certainly be happy to come back and talk about any questions you have and your staff has after they review it. So, Steve, could you just say a little bit about your methodology here?
Well, I'm pleased to hear that Lew likes the report as much as he just attested to. That's always useful when you're the consultant. I've been doing these kinds of studies for about 30 years now with ERA. And one of the things I've discovered over the years is what serves the community best is some kind of an analysis that is transparent, that allows us to make all of those assumptions that are put into the analysis obvious, and something that ultimately becomes a medium through which discussions can take place between the proponents, the city's needs, and something where hopefully what we've tried to create as consultants here is a series of spreadsheets and narrative discussions describing what the underlying assumptions are so that city staff, when they go through it, can understand exactly what we were looking at, and to the extent that there are any changes or modifications, those can be done as this whole project proceeds and as the program itself evolves. These things always do in the planning stages. We really see this almost as another planning document to help the conversations regarding the overall project. I won't go into all of the details, the numbers and things. Ultimately, I think those aren't as important as the methods, the thought process that goes into it. You'll find that we've taken it as far as we can at this stage, and I think the next step is to have staff review it, and then as the program itself evolves, we'll be able to come back and do another version if need be, add to it, whatever.
Thanks, Steve. Any changes that occur in the project, which is an evolving activity, will be, they're on a retainer, so they'll be reflected as we go along, and that will include a great deal of input from the city staff. I have provided, I think, the city clerk with hard copies in sufficient number for each of you, and there's some extras. There's an online version that, as of 7 o'clock tonight, is on our A's website, which is oaklanda's.com. And if you click on that, in addition to buying tickets, you can click on Cisco Field, Fremont, and get a total copy of the report. So those who can't get it, I didn't know how many copies to make. They can obtain it starting right now that way. And they want to go to sleep tonight, they can start reading it. I have a few other items I want to mention. Many in the press are, of course, interested in our activities, and we appreciate that very much. I am firm in our position that we will not and cannot preempt the rigorous dialogue we are trying to have with your staff and your community by prematurely discussing our activities in the newspaper. Naturally, whatever level of transparency you folks desire will be absolutely adhered to by us. This has sort of been my personal process in over 30 years of working with communities, and to my knowledge, I've never knowingly violated the process established by the cities and other jurisdictions that I've worked with, and the A's plan to do the same thing here. Again, I'm going to be trying to be short. Reimbursement, as some of you know, we have, and we appreciate the work that you folks have done, and we've reimbursed you up so far, I think, $500,000. That's even serious money to us and for a serious project.